What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ryan. I own and operate this 3D printing business from my home office in New Jersey. Small business owner for the first time, bringing you along on the journey so you can learn with me and we can do this together. So we're getting about 3 inches of snow today on the Jersey Shore. I'm a first-time homeowner within the last month, so I need to figure out and go outside and shovel and put some salt out. And I realized I don't have anything to disperse salt out. So I figured, you know what? This is a perfect use for my 3D printers. All it took was one little search for a salt spreader. I found this one of these highly rated ones, the Quick Scoop, and then we got it sliced. I chose a nice little. My one printer has the Bamboo Labs royal blue and white already loaded up, so I figured that looked pretty nice. And we have it printing now on the second A1 combo with the Super Tack plate. So this is going down pretty nicely. I'm excited to see how it comes out, and we'll come back within the middle of the process and then once it's finished. All right, so we have about an hour and a half left on this. It looks like it had a little bit of an issue when it started to curve, but I mean, it's still looking pretty great. It's not gonna, I don't think, mess with the functionality of it. So we'll come back when it's finished up. All right, so the scooper finished up. We got some issues here. I'm not sure what that deal is, but then it evens out up here with no issues. So that came off the Super Tack really easy. Did not have many connection points, but that was, I think that'll work out pretty damn great. I'm going to go use this on my driveway right now. All right, so it's a little bit later in the day. I was on Things looking at files I could possibly purchase for the commercial license. I found this creator. I think it's Loose Prints, LUS Prints. I really like his PlayStation, Xbox, and Oculus Meta Quest stuff. So I went and I bought his membership. It was $10 for a month. They gave me 35% off the second month. So went ahead and bought it, and I downloaded that stand. So I'm going to go ahead and get this loaded up and change to black and get the PlayStation buttons the correct filament. And let's get this printed and see what it looks like. All right, so I went to load this Like Silk PLA. I just unwrapped it, and it doesn't quite fit on the AMS. So I'm going to need to print an adapter. So let's see if we can find one on MakerWorld. All right, I found one I liked, made sure it worked and people had reviewed it. Went ahead and imported it. And let's get this printed and sliced for the A1 Mini. All right, let's get these 3 other spools loaded up. All right, so I can at least get the base printed out in black. Just want to see if there's any print guidelines. Okay, so layer height 0.2, supports no, infilled 10% gyroid, and 2 walls. Okay, the slicer's telling me that we need to turn supports on, but it says on his description that it's print in place and it doesn't need support, so we're just going to go ahead and try. Go ahead and send this to the printer. And off we go. All right, it is the next morning. We got the base finished up, looks pretty awesome, and we got the Like Silk adapter finished up. So let's get that put on the green spool, and we'll load it up, and we'll get printing the buttons. All right, we got our colors for our PlayStation buttons loaded up. Let's get these printed. All right, and we're back. So the green one I printed separately, and then I realized I could print them all by object on the same plate. So I sent these to the printer, and they just finished up. I'm going to get these on the stand and see how they look. honestly, I really like this. I think it has a really nice texture to it. It has a really nice design. It's unique and fits PlayStation style controllers pretty well. This is a SCUF. It's not necessarily exactly a PS5 controller, but same type of design, same type of style, and I think it's really nice. So let's go break down the cost and let's go get this put up on Etsy and take some photos. All right, welcome back. It's a little bit later in the day. I decided I want to offer this in two variations, 3 different colors. I want to offer it in black, gray, and white, and I want to offer it with the PlayStation buttons on the front and without. So printed one without on white, printed gray with the buttons, and once these finish up, I'm going to start taking some photos for Etsy and use the photo room app to try to get a cool background and take you through that. All right, welcome back, everyone. I wanted to go over posting this listing and how I come up with pricing, cost of goods and services, and everything like that. So let's talk through this. So the 2 variations of the product. We're going to have a PS5 controller stand with the PlayStation buttons, and we're going to have the PS5 controller stand without buttons. With the buttons, I'm going to price this at $24.99 with free shipping, and without the buttons, I'm going to do $19.99 with free shipping. I offer free shipping on all of my products on my shop. And I get that bonus through Etsy for visibility, and I just factor that into the overall cost that I list on Etsy. So let's go through the cost of production. So this is all information I get from the prices I deduct from equipment and material I get from Amazon, Uline, and the bamboo slicer. So material cost. The stand itself in any color is $1.87 in filament cost. The buttons themselves, all printed on one plate, are 6 cents in total. So I guess, I don't know that math directly, but 1.5 cents maybe? I don't know. Total material cost, when you put the two together, $1.93. So for me to produce one stand with the buttons, it is $1.93. For just a stand, it's $1.87. Print time for the stand is about 3 hours, and the buttons is about half an hour when I take everything to an account. And the electricity cost, I just do 9 cents a day. So for this, it's about 1 cent. The packing and the shipping, the bubble mailer is about 50 cents, depending on which ones I'm using. Ranges from like 40 cents to 55 cents. Shipping is about probably between $4 to $5 in the United States, depending on where it's going to. And then for Etsy fees, we have a 20-cent listing fee. And then we have a 6.5% transaction fee, which of this would be about $1.62, which brings our total packaging and shipping cost for this product to $7.32. So if we take the material, electricity, and the shipping fees all together, that's a $9.26 product. Profit margin then is about $15.73 per unit, and that's with the buttons. Without the buttons, it alters it a little bit, and we have the same electricity, less material cost and whatnot, same shipping fees. The profit for this at a $19.99 price is $11.31. So I have this chart, breaks it all down for me, and we can go from there. And this is what I'll use to put everything into Etsy at that point. So once I have that all figured out and I have the costs and everything broken down, I'll go ahead and I'll use ChatGPT to make me some Etsy listings, a title, a description, anything that I really want to include. I'll give it some things I wanted to mention. This is one that ChatGPT spit out. I tweaked it a little bit based on keywords and SEO stuff that I wanted to make sure it included. But this is basically what it gave me. So controller stand for PS5, fits DualSense controllers perfectly, available in black, white, or gray. The descriptions here: enhance your gaming setup with a sleek and functional PS5 controller stand. So I wanted to go over why I'm using this terminology. I was using Everbee and messing around with PlayStation, PS5 stand. The best result I got was from controller stand and controller stands. And when you search that on Etsy, you get a lot of options. A lot of different consoles, a lot of different styles, but this gave me the most results. So I went with controller stand. It's mainly for PS5 and it's mainly for DualSense controllers, but I felt like controller stand will be something that someone will type into Etsy, and even if it's not necessarily for their controller, it'll pop up and it's an option for them. So I thought that would give me the best chance at visibility and some exposure. So other than that, We have durable builds, things about the PLA it's made with, perfect for who? Perfect for keeping it organized, adding a stylish touch to your gaming area. What's included? One PS5 controller stand, controller not included. Available options, black, white, or gray. And then the design variations are with or without the colorful PlayStation button symbols. 3 to 5 processing time, and that's about it. So I'm going to get the photos finished up on Photo Room. I'm going to get them uploaded to my computer, and then I'm going to input all of this into Etsy. All right, now that we have the photos taken care of from Photo Room and uploaded to the computer, I went ahead and I inputted everything into Etsy, but I want to talk through it with you guys. So I have the title inputted. Controller stand for PS5, fits DualSense controllers perfectly, available in black, white, or gray. I have the photos I took uploaded. I have one full shot of the 2 variations and the controller, or 3 variations, and then I have 3 separate photos of each. The thumbnail I'm going to use is going to be the combined one, and then I have the description included. I tweaked it a little bit. I made it a little bit better for Etsy. I think bullet points and quick summaries are better for Etsy. And then I have the licensing info for the model down here. This creator only requires, you can see here, please add a short note in your product's description, licensed by Lewis Prince, seller, your things, username, mine's just Designs by Broadhead, so that way he can verify it if he sees it. So I have that added here just in case. So I have the different variations now added, white with buttons, black with buttons, gray with buttons, and then the same things with no buttons, and the difference in price for that. I got the category for stands and displays. The 2 primary are black and white. Tags, so I did things that I thought would be searchable: video games, controller stand, gaming room, gamer gift, video game gift, stuff like that. Materials, I have plastic. Shipping, I used a custom ship profile that I have that's just 3 to 5 days processing time, $3 handling fee. For the weight, I put 5 ounces, 6 by 6 by 6 box that I usually ship in, and then everything else. I'm going to add this to the Etsy ads actually. I'll add that to a shop section later, and then we can feature this as well. And they give you a nice little option to preview it. So this is what it'll look like. Learn more about this item. Perfect. So let's go ahead and let's post this. Please fix the core details. What core details are we missing? Oh, perfect. I made it. I'm manufacturing it. It's a finished product. What is it? It's a finished product. When did you make it? It's made to order. It's made from scratch. Clay, resin, glass. No, let's do it assembled from parts. And then, yeah, this is used by computerized tools, 3D printer. And we can apply. And let's publish this. Yep, $20 listing fee. We'll go ahead and publish. We have our listing and we can view it on Etsy. All right, so we have a live listing, different options, white with buttons. These are the photos. And we have our full listing. So that's basically taking you guys through the process of creating the listing, altering it, and then publishing it on Etsy. All right, guys, that's all I got for today's video. As always, I love the support. I hope you really enjoyed the behind the scenes look on how I post things on Etsy and how I come up with prices, descriptions, and all stuff like that. If you want to see more stuff like this, let me know down below. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one.